What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about the easiest way to upgrade your team, make your team just so unbelievably crazy by spending minimal cash. Now, remember, I told you guys, I only buy bundles when there's a player that I actually want. If you notice, Patrick Willis, we haven't had him in Madden for a while, but he wasn't really that appealing. Bo Jackson, for me, I went crazy, spent my wife's Sephora money. You guys saw that video. I didn't pull anything. I still have the bad juju on me. I actually have to send it to the Sephora to actually counteract the bad juju that I got, because ever since I took that money and instead of giving it to her, I use it on Madden. Bruh, all my packs have been straight garbage. But this is what we're going to be talking about with a lot of the different things that you can do. Obviously, solo battles, I don't really engage in it as much as I did in 19. I rather play Weekend League. This week we got 21 wins, guys, so we should be getting a decent amount of coins and trophies and packs possibly tomorrow, depending on what happens with the hurricane in Central Florida. Please be safe if you're from that area, the Bahamas, anything over that coastal region, man. Just be safe. I hope the best for you and your families. But right now, a lot of you guys have been asking, Gmia, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not able to upgrade my team as fast as some of the other people that are upgrading their team? Primarily, it's because you guys are not investing in the same exact things. Okay, you guys are not doing the same exact things. You're trying to compete with some people that are buying packs every day, or people that are just really, really good at sniping and just sitting in the actual auction house and just waiting to get packs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not to get packs, to get players that people are putting up that are mistakenly put up. Because every year what happens is people put up players. As a matter of fact, we're going to back out of this because Patrick Willis is no longer in packs. So we're going to back out and then go back into Ultimate Team so they can reset that store thing. Because it gets kind of weird. If you ever stay in while they change up stuff, they keep everything the same. And you don't really get a chance to know what's actually going on, because right now, obviously, you can see there's new flashbacks available. Malcolm Jenkins, Jarvis Landry, and you can use training to get those players. With players like these, Jarvis Landry has an 84 speed. That's decent for the game right now, but I believe Malcolm Jenkins has an 80 speed. I would urge you guys to stay away from him like the plague, because you're going to get burnt deep every single snap. And it doesn't make any sense, especially at the strong safety position where you have other players that can, obviously make plays. And they still have him there. But it's 9-2 right now, and it's after 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can't pull him in packs anymore. I don't know what that's about. But just to show you guys exactly what's going on, I would probably, in that case, if you guys, wanted another strong safety, go after Ken Houston if you haven't completed Mutt Master yet as far as speed goes, because Ken Houston has an 89 speed, and he's pretty good at staying with players. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty about how we've been actually able to upgrade a lot of the players on the squad. Primarily, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you're taking advantage of house rules. That's number one. Every week when they release house rules, I will tweet it out at GmiasWorld. If you're not following me right now, please go ahead and do so, because that's the easiest way to get information. Just look through the timeline and see what I've been tweeting about, Madden related, and you'll be able to understand what's going on currently. But with the stuff that you get from house rules, usually they make it very easy to get, like, an 87 overall player or whatever, or something else. Like, you got a free superstar player that was 89 plus, whatever. With those things, the way that we've been able to actually upgrade players on my team for the most part without buying bundles, you got to utilize the free stuff that EA gives you and try to determine if it's worth it to sell it for training or keep the player. All right? So look, this is what you're going to have to do. We recently got Bruce Matthews, right? And we upgraded him to a 91 overall because he was way better than the other player that I was utilizing, the Theme Diamond player, right? So how did I do this? In the regards to this right here, most of the things that you can do is already in your binder. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you've been playing the game like for at least a couple weeks, you've probably opened a couple packs from playing solos. You have a lot of things in your binder that you can use in the exchange sets to make, better players that can sell for a lot more, or you can sell them for a lot more of training points. But ideally, the biggest thing about this game at this current moment is training points. So if you have a team that's similar to mine right now, or you're probably like an 84, 85, whatever your situation is, right? Based on the way that your team is, the number one thing that people overlook is the value of the cards that are in their binder. What do I mean about that? Let's go ahead and take a look. We're gonna go ahead and take a step back. I just showed you like a quick some of my team. Like, give you a quick summation of the squad. This is what happens. There's a lot of stuff that you just have sitting around. Like for instance, the gold cards, right? Many of you guys are like, yo, Gmia, I don't know what I should do with these gold cards. What's going on? There's a lot of silvers. I don't know what I should do with these silvers. What's up with these silvers? What are we doing? You got power-ups. What should I be doing with these power-ups? Etc., etc. Now, this is what I'm going to explain in this video thoroughly so that you guys understand. Certain players are worth powering up that are, you get the free power-ups for weekly. Certain players are not. Okay? Bo Jackson is worth it up until 89. He's worth it to do that before you need his major card. That is a worth it thing for training points. Certain other cards, like we have like Mel Pass the Blunt, right? A guy like Mel Pass the Blunt, he's not really something that for my team, it would be something that I would go after and utilize simply because I have players that meet certain thresholds that are better than him even if he were powered up. Willie Brown is better, and Jalen Ramsey and he are like when you power Mel Pass the Blunt up, he is still also, pretty good with press and all that good stuff. He's pretty much like Jalen Ramsey, right? So this is what you would do in this situation. You would avoid Mel Blunt. You probably wouldn't power him up. You would wait it out a little bit to kind of see what else is going to be coming in the near future. See if you want to go ahead and sell it and get rid of it. Or you could pretty much power him up to a certain level and then put him in an exchange set. Okay? But this is what I lead all of that up to. When you go over to your exchange set and you start to understand, like, okay, I have all these players. What should I be doing with them? What should I be doing with these gold players? What is the value of them? Okay, the value of them is that you may possibly get lucky and get a power-up that's going for a ridiculous amount. Now, most of us are not going to get anything that's going for anything, bro. Like for me, I haven't been able to get a decent power-up in a very, 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 very long time. And you can see I've been able to get a lot of silvers through Weekend League and all the other stuff like that. And I've continuously tried. All right, what's this power-up? All right, so we got another Kevin Zeitler. I've been getting so many of these, right? It's ridiculous. But this has been the way that I've been able to get a lot of training points by just going through the different levels of this situation of exchanges and just getting, very, very lucky. Now, again, if you don't get lucky with doing this, you can just quick sell your 75, 79s for training and try to upgrade your players on a slow, steady pace if that's something that you're into. But remember, a lot of these things that go into these cards, depending on how you got them, you got to be careful how you utilize them because you don't know when EA Sports is going to be doing something else that's going to require these players. Also, check the players that you're putting into the sets. Because right now I'm just randomly putting players in, but a lot of these cards go into other sets that, maybe those themed diamonds or whatever, and that can help you sell them to be able to get, obviously a little bit more than what other things are going for. All right? These are key situations that you can utilize to upgrade your team with the way that it is right now and get those 90s, those 88s, those whatever you want on your squad. Remember also, with the Journey Master, that's another ideal way to just automatically off the rip get yourself an 88 overall card. Like this Michael Thomas, he gets kept to an 89. I barely use this guy. This guy right here, for me, I'm about to take away all of his stuff and just go another route because I don't really need him at receiver. I don't really see an ideal situation where for the entirety of the season that I'm actually going to utilize Michael Thomas. Right? But I've just been waiting to get rid of them. So what I'm going to do right now is, this is another critical thing that you can also do to upgrade other players. As you get rid of your players, okay, you focus on other players that are going to make your team better. Now for me, I didn't think it was worth it to quick sell Michael Thomas for the 670 because he's an 88 overall. But what I can do is I can wait and hold that 88 until they put out the new exchange sets for the next series and get something that's a better overall. You see what I'm saying? Because this is the way that you build your team. You utilize what's already there. So look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to downgrade him and I'm going to sell his other card. To kind of give you an example, for me, I don't feel that he's going to add anything to my team that I'm going to need. So again, I'm not going to quick sell the card. I'm going to show you in a second what's going on. I'm not going to quick sell his other card, the 88 that I get from the Journey, because the value of it is going to mean a lot more to me in Series 2. So that's going to give me even more elites, because the name of the game, for the most part, is just being very, very patient in the way that you approach upgrading your team. That's like the number one thing. Like if you learn anything, it's about patience and knowing when to sell and when to downgrade. Like If you spent all that time doing Journey and you quick sell this guy for 640 training, it doesn't make any sense. So you patiently wait, you hold on to him, because he's going to go into a set that's going to give you something that's going to be a lot more value, and that's actually going to be auctionable as well. So because I bought this guy's 85 overall core elite a while ago, I can now go ahead and sell this. You see what I'm saying? So now I'll go here, it's 54, I'll go ahead and sell him for 49K, because there's still going to be Saints fans that's going to want him, and I'll get rid of him, and then I can use, you know, what I make from this to then go ahead and buy a card that's like an 86 overall and get 1340 training and continue to power up other power-ups that I have that I want to get to the next level. For instance, like an Alan Page, okay? I can use what I make from this and start to power up Alan Page, because at some point, I'm probably going to want to upgrade him. So, you know, I can go ahead and do that. In addition to that, like I told you guys, with these power-up situations and the way that it works, like, I don't need to hold on to this guy's power-up, because it doesn't make any sense at this point. And even if they release other cards, I don't see them giving him the proper speed, because for some reason EA Sports believes that a lot of these guys are just extremely slow, and they just give them very, very slow speed ratings. You know, pretty much like if you look at Calvin Johnson over the years, they make him seem like he runs the same speed as Gary the Snail. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So with this, doing things like this and utilizing the way that your team is currently set up, you can go ahead and make a lot of coins and use that to power up players that matter to you. So look now, with the way that we know that I just took away that guy, I'm going to be keeping this Journey player, because I know that Series 2 is going to allow us to get a 90 overall or whatever for a certain amount of those. Now we go back into our lineup, and then we see what's available there. And remember, this is for all levels. You don't have to have the best team. I don't have the best team right now, but this guy came free from House Rules or something like that. I pulled him in. He's a Nat card. I got Torrey Holt from just leveling up through the game. So when you're making your team a higher overall, it's a balance. And you don't want to spend too much, but at the same time, you want to stay up to date with making your players higher overalls by utilizing what you already have. Because unless something comes out that I really want, a Randy Moss, a Calvin Johnson, I'm not really just buying packs willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that. Like, my bank account ain't set up like that. And, you know, using that from Kevin Hart, I hope that he's, you know, he has a speedy recovery. They did say he has some serious back injuries from an accident that he had. So I hope, you know, wishing him and his family the best. But when you look at the way that my team is developed based on the way that I've showed you just now, what I'm going to be doing with once Michael Thomas sells, I'm going to go into the store and I'm going to find an 86 overall card, and I'm going to lurk through the auction house, and I'm going to get the cheapest version of whatever 86 overall, because still right now, that's the best bang for your buck for training. So being able to get those, that's going to be the name of the game for you guys. That's going to be, you know, how you're going to actually make up those 90 overalls, those high overall cards. See, when these 65s, we're not doing that. We're doing 50, 59 and below. So you want to go through, you want to see wide receiver. Okay, what do they got there? 62? Okay, fine. But this is going to take time. That's why I tell you guys, in certain instances, you want like 60K, maybe. But you want to go like 58, 55, you can lurk these. And you get as much training as you possibly can. And you utilize those free power-ups from like the Legends and things like that, or the limited time cards. And you go from there. I am telling you right now that based on everything that I tried to explain to you by using your cards in exchange sets, coming in here, looking for players that are 86 overalls to get to 50K plus players, like 58, 59, and getting them at those rates, you're going to be able to upgrade your team to maximum levels without having to spend as much. 55, snipe. 55 right there. And even though I don't, okay, somebody already bought it. Yeah, thank you, bro. You want to pick my mom's up too? Yeah, I'll give you a cell phone number, you piece of, whoever bought that is a piece of garbage. But it doesn't really matter. All right, I'm not gonna rage about the guy. You know, he pretty much knows what's going on. But though these are the things that I would like for my viewers to be able to take advantage of. All right, but it takes time. Sitting here, lurking, trying to figure out what's going on. The name of the game is patience. Utilizing what you already have. Don't overspend. And trying to get the best possible players for the cheapest amount by just understanding what the market value is of the players that you're looking for. Because that 55, you'll get a guy that'll put somebody up for 49. I'm just telling you right now, you don't have to jump on the 60Ks, and then you get those 1340s. And then from there, like I said, finally what you do is, like I said, you go through, you play the solos, you get the free power-ups, and then you start powering the player up until you can ultimately complete a set for the actual boss card, or you're able to afford the boss card, and then you go from there with that situation. So in conclusion, with the way that I'm going to be moving with my next level power, the power up that I'm going to do to get my 89 plus player, I'm going to be doing Alan Page probably. I'm going to be getting his set. I'm going to be getting some power ups situations rocking and rolling for him, and I'm going to be powering him up utilizing what I already have in my binder, or possibly selling a card that's going to go towards him, because I'm going to want to probably see how he plays in my lineup. But this is what you would do. You would see 1230, you would add it up. You're going to need a certain amount of training. I don't recommend quick selling your goals, because sometimes, like I said, it'll be better for you to kind of see what the prices are and then sell them for people that are trying to complete themed diamonds or things of that nature. I would pretty much do exactly what I'm saying. I would play the solos, get cards, get packs, go ahead, put it in exchange sets, see what you could get from that. If you get a decent amount of coins, you go and you lurk for 60 to 50, whatever, and you start taking advantage of these legends. And then before you know it, you're going to have a team that's going to have a very, very decent overall, but you didn't spend as much. But again, if you're not spending money on packs, you're going to have to put a lot more time into the actual game playing solos. All right, there's no far and in between with it, but you can definitely steadily make your team a very, very high overall by just picking and choosing when you spend money and how you utilize the stuff you already have in your binder. If there's any other questions you may have about, upgrading your squad and understanding the way that my team was built, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Let me know if you have any other questions or concerns, and I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.